Hello everybody. As we know, a lot of you might be struggling with Neptun system, so we decided to make a quick and easy video about the main things in Neptun, and also in addition a few tips how to make your study process easier. So let's get into it. When you log in to your Neptun account, the first thing you see when you enter the Neptun is your main page. All the messages you receive from your teachers are shown here, and you are able to read all of them. So it might be hard for you to check your Neptun system each day for a few times, and because you just need to receive an important message from your teacher or something like this. So there is such an option as to receive all your messages from your Neptun system, except that one you don't want to receive in an urgent way, is to receive them in email. So you just need to click on your settings, and the next thing is just message forwarding. So there is a lot of options for you to set your message notification. So for example, if you think that a study related messages are important for you, you can just click all the important things for you, and you will receive all these messages in your email too, and it will be easier for you to follow all of them. All the main things in Neptun are collected in this big box, and we will just look through all these small boxes, and I hope that this will help you to understand the Neptun system. So the first box is My Data. All your personal information or your contact information is placed here. So for example, you are able to add a phone number here in the contact information. Why it might be important, as for example, if the university would like to contact you and ask you a few things about your Neptun or about your contact or personal information, they will be able to reach you by a phone number, and you are able to add a new phone number. The next box is studies. So there is a few important things here. The first thing, as everybody knows, is a class schedule, and you are able to see all your classes here and not be late on them. But not everybody knows this thing that as a calendar export. This thing works pretty good for me because I just export my calendar to my Google account, and 15 minutes before my class I receive my reminder. And one more thing about it, that there is no online class, or your classes might be placed in different classrooms. And this reminder will show you when is your class starts, in which classroom, and who is your teacher. So it might be pretty useful for you. Another important thing in this box is just a grade average. So at the beginning of each semester, like in the first few weeks of a new semester, you will receive an average grade from your last semester. That's all. Another thing is a gradebook, and this box you're able to follow all the main things about your classes you register for the semester, and you are able to see which classes has just an exam or a midterm mark. That's all. To be honest, there is nothing more important in the studies box, so let's just go further. The next box is subjects. So as I believe you have already registered for your subjects, but I will tell the things about it too. So the first thing is registered subjects. So for current term, you are able to see all the subjects you register for. You see the credits, and the total number of credits is here. And of course, if you wasn't able to complete all your subject in last semester and you took this subject once more, it will be shown that how many times you registered for this subject. Another thing is just register for a subject. So at the beginning of each semester, you need to register for a new subject. So you just click on the right term and to list all the subjects. And yes, it looks a little bit different than in registration period, but to be honest, the main thing that you just need to select subjects you would like to register for, and that's all you will be able to register for your subject. And one more important thing in this box is an offered grade. So there are some subjects from which you receive an offer grade, or a teacher gives you an opportunity to receive an offer grade. So it's really important to accept the offer grades in time, because if you won't do this, you just won't get an offer grade. So it doesn't show anything now, but when you get an offer grade, you just need to click that you approve the grade, and your grade will be shown in your grade book. That's all for the subject box. Let's go to another box. Another box is exams box. It's really important, but it is under exam registration period time now, so it will be a little bit different. So the first thing is an exam registration. So when the exam registration period comes, you are able to register for your subjects, for your exams. And it might be a good tip for you to look through this exam box from time to time, because the exam dates might appear earlier than the exam period, and you will be able to plan your exam period so that it won't be so stressful and hard for you. Another thing, that all your taken exams are placed in another box. And for example, if I would like to look through all the taken exams from the last semester, I just click there and I'm able to see when did I take it, or what was the result of my exam, and so on and so forth. So all the grades you receive from your exams are shown here and also in your gradebook. To be honest, that's all about exams box. The next box is finances. This part, as I know, it's a little bit complicated for international students, but I would like to explain all the main things, and I hope it won't be hard for you to understand. Though the first page, first part is a payment. So each Neptun account has a joint account, and it's shown here. And like the main thing, that you transfer a money from your bank account to your Neptun joint account, and it shows here. And for example, when I need to pay for my dormitory, I just transfer money from my bank account. It might take from 1 to 3 days for your money to transfer to Neptun account, but it will appear here in your balance on the joint account part, and you will be able to pay for all your stuff, and all the stuff you paid for is placed in here in transcript items. Important thing to see here, that each item has a imposition date and a deadline, and it's pretty important to fill in deadlines, because if you won't fill in, you will be charged by Neptun. So it's not that hard, just you need to remember that it takes a few days to transfer the money, and just only then you are able to transcribe your items. Another important part is just invoices. So, for example, if you need an official document for your home university that you paid for your dormitory that much money or something like this, you can download all the receipts here and just send them to your home university. So it's not that hard to. Another part is a transaction list. It's something like a first page when you see all the transcript items, but it shows everything in another way. And one more important thing is settings. And here in settings, you're able to add your bank account. So I just click here, add my bank account. I just click and add my bank account, save, and my bank account is here in Neptun, and it's nothing to worry about. As I know, if you are studying here, you need to make a Hungarian bank account number, and it will be able for you to add a Hungarian bank number, but it's nothing hard with that. You just need to go to the OTP bank or another bank and just make a bank account. It won't take you too much time. That's all about finances box, and in information box the only important thing is the periods, because you, for example, you're able to register on your exam only in exam registration time, in an exam registration period. So I'm just clicking what period starts, and for example, exam registration period starts only on 22nd of May. So only from 22nd of May, from 8 a.m. I will be able to register for my exams. And the last thing is administration. So there is such thing that enrollment and registration. That thing is really important because at the beginning of each semester, for example, if you are studying for a few semesters here, you just need to fulfill your registration or enrollment. That means that at the beginning of each semester, you just click here on enrollment registration block, and your training with admission year term will be here, and you just, there it looks a little bit different than now as the semester is already started, but the thing that you will receive the same thing here, but not the same with your training, of course, and you will just need to click here, enroll me, and that's all. So it's nothing hard, but it's really important to do this because if you won't do it, you will be charged also. The last thing about Neptun is the requests. So there are a few requests here. For example, if you are staying in the dormitory, you can apply for the internet, and you just need to fulfill this request. Each request is different, so I won't go through it now. Also, for example, if you didn't do in time your enrollment or registration, you can ask for a registration for active semester after deadline, but of course you will be charged. And one more last tip for you, that of course at the beginning of the exam period, there is a lot of students who are trying to get to the Neptun when the registration period starts. And there is a few more pages for Neptun. So the main page is a Neptun 11, but there is a Neptun 12, so you just click 12. That's the same thing, but here you will be able to get your Neptun account because there will be free space. So like the main is 11, there is 12, and of course there is 13. So there is three opportunities for you to log into your Neptun account. And I hope this video helped you, and good luck with your studies.